Well, the holiday that celebrates wearing masks may not happen this year because of COVID-19. Janelle Bladeau explains.
Kids, candy makers, and communities are all coming to a scary realization. Halloween may have to be canceled this year. Let's connect the dots. Before anyone gets really upset, we want to make clear Halloween has not been canceled yet. But the challenges are downright frightening. The global coronavirus pandemic is looming large over the annual autumn event. Health departments are expected to issue guidelines for how to stay safe, but some warn you may want to find ways to celebrate that minimizes contact with people outside your household. That could make trick-or-treating pretty tough. And that does more than disappoint kids. Several industries rely on the spooky celebration to make the majority of their money. Everyone from candy makers to costume suppliers to haunted houses. Last year, Americans were estimated to spend close to $9 billion on Halloween. This year is really anybody's guess, but candy makers told the Wall Street Journal they plan on making less Halloween-themed products so they don't get stuck with a bunch of unsold leftovers. And before the pandemic, many were anticipating a huge holiday. That's because Halloween not only falls on a Saturday this year, there will also be a full moon, perfect for scaring up extra treats. Connecting the dots, I'm Janelle Bladeau.